when we look at recently, we marked the 100th anniversary of the Mopla riots. And even after 100 years, we've not been able to convince the younger generation that no, it was not an anti-peasant or some other form of ideological riot, but it was a targeted anti-Hindu riot. And that sort of an academic ideological fight continues even today, which brings me to my next question. In the last 5 to 7 years, even in the last 1 or 2 decades, we've seen the problem of Naxalism steadily decline, especially in Andhra Pradesh. Now, it is one thing to say that government A or government B or some political party is responsible for the reduction of deaths. Now, when we are looking at this in terms of casualties, then only numbers will be seen. But Murliji, what is more important is that we are fighting an ideology. So, in that sense, how do you think the BJP and the RSS ideology has helped in fighting the Naxalist ideology?
Here I would like to take you to a more important challenge. After 1947, after India becoming independent, the biggest I can call it as even conspiracy. Establishment conspiracy. They have created a history, based on the suitable facts for the people who were running the government and who were interested in running the government and leading the country. Instead of making things very open and making things to understandable to the people, they have always suppressed certain facts. They felt that Hindus, in that way great injustice has been done to Indians and Hindus by the Congress. There has been, after Nehru taking over, a collaborative research and a collaborative history writing and a collaborative educational system along with the Marxists, means left and Congress combination, that started working. And I don't see their intention was anti-national or so. They might have felt, if correct history is written, a nation cannot be built. In order to create a nation, we have to create a generation which is forgetful of the past. Right. So, whitewashing the Muslim or Islamic atrocities, whitewashing the medieval exploitation and injustice done to Indian society, all these things they have deliberately done. And in that process, Mopla rebellion kind of things also, Khilafat movement things that also were not focused or somehow justified. Even in Jammu Kashmir, movements were justified and they gave reasons that in the name of peasant and in the name of poor and this and is, these struggles were tried, got interpretation that Marxist interpretation or economic factors have made them to fight like this. So those things. Now, society is realizing, and there are efforts, and the alternative histories, alternative interpretations of Indian history is coming. And even biggest casualty is Gandhian struggle and non-violent struggle only could bring the independence to India. This is also, I am not a person who believes in violent philosophy, but I am not a person to accept that this Indian struggle should be interpreted in these terms. When we were fighting against British, the revolutionaries' contribution could not have been minimized, but in the process they had done. So definitely all those things are coming up, and slowly people are realizing. And as a nation, we are balancing now. We are becoming balanced, and a new version is also coming. Definitely in coming days, these things will be shelved and will have to be shelved as people are realizing. So now I come to this point. So in this process, as a nation, people are becoming more national oriented and more nationalist and more identity conscious. So everybody is going towards roots. And in this process, you see democracy is helping, and democratic debates are getting, deep and deep, so
Right.
deeper. So this is the, this. It does not mean this process will create a conflict and uncompromising conflict with the Muslims or other people. No, in fact, it will create a new awareness and what are the gray areas, and we have to forget, and as a nation how we should grow. So by compromising you will not, but by forgetting and ignoring you will definitely. But this is a process going. Now coming to next slides, this realization that nationalists, these communists and our, for example, in Kerala now the issue is becoming, why you put Stalin photo in the Communist Party office?
Right.
Now people are questioning.
Absolutely.
And there are some Congress or somebody, now everybody has to question. So people are questioning. So this we have to understand why Stalin has become a hero, and the other side, nationalists and BJP people are villain for the communists. What is the interpretation? What is the logic they have? So now a person who is responsible for, killing so many people in the modern world, you don't have such a dictator who is responsible for so many killings, is getting a place in the Communist Party office. And the party and ideology and the cadres who are responsible, even they who are contributing to sustain the Indian Constitution and working within the framework of the Constitution, where they have every right to question. So such people have become enemies. So this logic now everybody understanding. Now in this situation, ultra left forces are ideologically, that ecosystem and that favorable atmosphere is not there globally, and it is not there in India. This is a point one. Point two, this awareness to go towards the roots and identity is also making them, because they never focused on the Indian identity. They always worked on obliteration of Indian identity. So that even the local caste struggles are also not favoring the communist gaining the influence. So this is the second factor. So in such a situation, now state governments first, and now Indian government with active support, very active support. There are enemies of the state and enemies of the country and enemies of Indian military, all these things now understood. So intelligence support and equipping the police forces and modernizing the police forces and for combating ideologically and combating politically. So all these things put together, now their influence, because of the good governance driven by the center, supported by the Indian government's military and paramilitary forces and intelligence supports and inputs, definitely in the Bastar and the epicenters of the Naxalites areas, their activity has come down. And Indian government in the last few years, particularly after Modi ji's came, developmental activities, infrastructure development in the remotest areas and the forest areas and all. So that also made these people to, get restricted, get confined. So all efforts put together, their impact, influence, and their programs of mobilization, and in the process of their military kind of attacks, all have come down.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.